Hi Pisces, welcome to your October 2017 tarot reading. Valentine joins us, probably about to lick her bum, knowing her. Oh, say hello Val. Lovely Valentine. How are you Pisces? Oh, bless you Pisces, you were my biggest viewing video of September and you left the most comments and the most likes. Didn't they Val? Yes they did. Oh, being a fellow Pisces, I appreciate that massively. And I know you won't mind me dropping everything on the floor and being in a complete mess. So, Pisces, 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 Sun, Moon and Rising. Let's have a look for you in October. And a look for me. Ooh. I'm actually quite feeling autumn this month. You know, normally I get a bit kind of sad because I think, oh, summer's over. But I'm sort of getting a little bit of a thrill, you know, when I see the trees starting to turn. Well, I'm glad to see we've turned up in our own reading. That's good. Whew. Wow, okay. Woohoo! I like that one. Okay. Got two eights either side of the reading here. Got this Eight of Cups in the reverse. Saturn in Pisces. Not a marriage that's very nice. Well, that wasn't very articulate. Saturn doesn't go well with Pisces. Pisces is a sign of expansion, of letting things be. You know, let it be by the Beatles is Pisces. I believe is the Pisces mantra. And then Saturn comes along and says, yeah, I hear you, which is what people always say to you when they're about to tell you something awful. With the greatest respect, which is the next thing they always say, get yourself down those steps and out of the door because this is not good for you anymore and I'm not having it. Saturn in Pisces, Eight of Cups. Now, when it's in the reverse, it's a bit interesting. It's a bit complicated. And something here in October is a bit complicated. Maybe we're making it a bit complicated. Because we are here. I know you could think, well, no, that's Cher from 1987. And it is, but it's also the Queen of Cups, because who doesn't love Cher from 1987? Queen of Cups, Pisces, Queen of Cups, we're here, we're in the upright. I love the fact you can't see where her feet are. That's so Pisces. You don't know where one thing ends and another begins. And that for Pisces is the blessing. It's where we come from. It's why it's our contribution to not draw the lines all the time and to not judge so much. However, it could be that in October there is a need. Or there is a need to let something come to a natural end, which we are resisting. And when it's like this, we're either resisting it altogether, we're resisting taking the walk. I was going to call it the walk of shame then, but it isn't really. We're resisting taking that walk because it looks cold and it looks lonely. Now, you can't quite see it because of the camera, but there is a new moon inside that sort of blob of light. We have a new moon in Libra on the 19th. It may become easier then. It may become clearer then. But I can see that there is this resistance. This horrendous motorbike keeps... Yeah. We have the Death card also, otherwise known as Darth Vader, in reverse. So the Death card, like this, Darth Vader, is saying something to us, albeit breathy and inside the mask, and we're trying to ignore it. We're trying to make it happen, we're trying to make good. We're trying to, well, we are this, you know, we're trying to let it be, we're trying to let it blend, we're trying to rely on someone else. to come up with the goods or behave decently, to solve it for us. We can be a bit passive. And it may be that that's not the way that we're going to do it this month. Because we also get another 8, we have the 8 of Swords. And this is feeling trapped, but not actually being trapped. The swords don't go all the way around the person, and they never do in the 8 of Swords. But often with the 8 of Swords, there is a blindfold on the person, and there's a need for that to slip. There's a need to let it go. There's a need for us to actually go round the back of our head and take it off. And there is a need for me to go outside and break that motorbike. It's actually making my whole floor shake. Grr. I went grr and I feel like he gurred back. Right, we have the Page of Swords. We often get the Page of Swords. For some of us, we're dealing with an air sign person still. Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. For others, it's a message of clarity. Look how clear his breath is. His sword is there. He's ready to... There isn't much left of this, I feel. I don't feel that the hold that this situation has had on us for so long has any of the strength that it used to have. Sometimes with the 8 of Cups in reverse, we've walked out before, or they've walked out before, or it's a boomerang where you're always walking out and it's, you know, question of who leaves first, but you're always coming back. There is a need. There is a need when you see that with it to accept it. For some of us, that means leaving ourselves. And for some of us, there's money involved. And we have the 4 of Pentacles here. And we have the 5. Now with the 4, we're afraid. Because we feel we can't survive on our own. We feel we can't generate our own money. We feel grabby and needy and keepy and holdy and I want this. And if this is to do with a job or a workplace, it's the same thing. It's like holding on to a life raft, you know, a wooden raft, and all the bits are kind of dropping off and we're clinging on to the last stick. This is holding on. But we also have the 5. And what the 5 says is, you know what, if it's that bad, if it's that destructive, if it's that damaging or whatever it is. And remember with Pisces as well, it doesn't have to be overtly that bad. Pisces are a sponge and they soak up other people's energies really easily. Even the energy of a building or a workplace or an atmosphere, you know, it's almost like sending a canary in to smell gas. You can send a Pisces in and they'll just go, God, you know, that feels a bit weird. But even though we can do that for everybody else, we appear to be able to blithely ignore it when it comes to our own situation. This card, when you get the 4 and the 5 consecutive cards, this card is saying, look, you don't have to hold on for safety. It won't keep you safe. It won't make any difference. If you really need to walk away and leave the pentacles behind. Again, there is a new moon here. New moon sort of inside the blob, which you can't see. Both of them have this lovely crescent moon. So we have a new moon in Libra on the 19th, and by the time it kind of looks like the crescent, we're going to be into about the 23rd. I like this for us. It's a much needed clarity, people. Much needed clarity. Just for a few Pisces, and it won't be for everybody, there's 3 people in a relationship. And I only say that because I get a hunch for it, and because there's 2 queens in the reading. When I see 2 queens in the reading, there's 2 queens. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Queen of Pentacles for some of us could also represent a boss, or a female figure, a mother figure, a friend, somebody who normally supports us but isn't at the moment. They may be ill, absent, or just not around for us, and we can feel their presence keenly, you know, the lack of their presence keenly. We needed it. But do you know what? This again says, whatever the circumstances, you can always walk free. And this too, when the blindfold comes off, you can always walk free. And I do feel, Pisces, that a lot of this will occur around the time of the new moon. Because we have the Ace of Wands here as well. And the Ace of Wands is drive and energy. And I don't feel this is a month for starting things. I feel it's a month for folding things up quietly. Not dramatically, but just literally walking down the steps and closing the door quietly behind us. Now, Major Arcana, the Star. I love this card. Heaven knows we deserve this card. This is a card of hope. This is a card of manifestation, of fairy dust, of looking to the future. It's also an Aquarian card. Lots of Pisces have been dealing with Aquarians. Major Arcana is the star that follows the tower. And God, we've had the tower about 1,000 times in the last 2 years in our readings. Even people who've had personal Pisces readings with me, the tower has featured heavily. It's like, the tower, you know, I could do a clarify, we could have 2 towers. Why not? But the star follows the tower. The star is the magic that you get that follows the tower. And I like that. That's very interesting. Couple of Heart of the Fairy Oracle cards. We get the Lady of Sorrows. Now, I see for some of us that this is the Lady of Sorrows. This is only for a few Pisceans. A few of us are supporting a female. It may be that this person thrives on their sorrows in a sort of a narcissistic kind of a way. And Pisces, we do offer support to people easily. But again, like I said, we take on other people's energy. It may be that they're invested in remaining a Lady of Sorrows. Now that won't be for everybody, but it is for a few. And then we get the Queen of Hearth and Home, which I love this card. And this is a reminder, Pisces, especially for those of us that have moved recently or are moving around from place to place for one reason or another, or working away or whatever it is, that you can make your home wherever you are. This is a whole wherever I lay my hat, that's my home. The Queen of Hearth and Home is about making everywhere yours, making everywhere home. Just with the way that you feel, the way you position yourself, getting comfortable in an environment. I know that Brian and Wendy Frood, who did these cards, talk about when they're doing book signings, and that he treats the table of the book signings like he's welcoming someone into his home when they sit down to have a book signed. It's about that. But I feel like it's us doing that for us rather than for other people. Oh, Pisces. Chuck Spezzano, Enlightenment cards. We get the gift card of Sexuality. And again, this is making yourself at home in your own body. It is about sexuality. It can mean as well having a good jump, which is brilliant, and why not? But more importantly, it's about owning your own sexuality, feeling good in your own skin, feeling good in your own body, feeling at home with yourself. And I feel like a lot of this, and certainly that, is leading to that point for us. Nice. Let's do some Chuck Spezzano's love cards. Ooh, okay. Yes. Nice. So we get never enough. And for some of us, I feel this is for some of us that are looking after somebody, or about this woman, the Lady of Sorrows, that we're trying to help, could be a friend. I feel that it's never enough. Whatever we give is never enough. It never will be. And we need to get with that. We also have a fear. Some of us have a fear of love. A fear of finding real love. A fear of being left. A fear of being exposed, of being vulnerable. And then we also get a need for openness. To be open. To wear our heart on our sleeve more. It's not easy for Pisces, that. To open the door to love. Love that card. And don't forget the Sexuality card. I'm hoping you're all going to leave me a comment about that. Let's have a healing with the Angels Oracle card, Pisces. Lovely. Time to reclaim your power. And time to reclaim your power from a very deep place. Not learned, but felt. I like this reading for us, Pisces. If you want a private reading, you can book in the description box below. Valentine says goodbye. She's completely asleep, aren't you, sweetheart? Absolutely zonked. Do check out your weekly reading as well, which is from the 30th to the 7th. And do subscribe if you haven't already. Namaste, Pisces. See you soon. Bye.